I actually listened to his lyrics recently too, not even just today, but recently, and I was like, lyrically, this song is lame.
Yeah, he was still developing. I mean, Taxman was lyrically was pretty funny, but he was still developing his lyrics. Yeah,
yeah, it's very basic. Like, I know there's some kind of like there was some kind of, and I didn't like go back to listen to it, but he does make some kind of jab in there about something.
Typical George.
Yeah. Which I was like, okay, that redeemed it a little bit. But then it goes like, I'll make love to you, make love all day long. It's like, really? Like,
yeah, he was still developing his lyrics.
I think he was more interested in like the sitar, music and the sound, which was cool. The lyrics were just kind of...
It has good harmony on it, too, like the Beatles always had, but it has good McCartney and Lennon harmony with him.
Yeah.
I think the weakest song on the album, I'll be honest, in my opinion. So there's another one that's pretty up there, too.
Yeah,
that could have been left off.
I've got two of them.
After this one?
Yeah.
There's always one more. It can't be another one. Anyway, we'll get to that. But that's it for Love You Too, unless you got something else you want to chime in about it. So then we get to the fifth song. One I really like. Here, There, and Everywhere. Now, Paul was always the hokey one in the band.
I even wrote that.
This is his hokey stuff.
Yeah, this is like the beginning of Paul's like hokey.
Yeah, I don't think it's the beginning. I think he's always had it.
Yeah, but okay, this was the point when John said, sure, you can be more hokey. I feel like he must have reined him back a little bit. I mean, I never really noticed his hokey stuff until like...
I'll Follow the Sun, and...
That's a great song.
It's a great song. It's still hokey.
That's not hokey.
He was doing all these covers in the beginning.
Here, There, and
Silver
Everywhere.
Bells was just like this like English song that was like really kind of hokey. Like he was always doing this hokey kind of stuff.
Yeah, but this is...
I think it's a great song, Here, There, and Everywhere.
It's a good song. It's funny, I wrote this, that usually I skip a lot of his songs on this album.
Oh my... What?
But I like when because we listen to the Beatles sometimes when we're just hanging out, and I like it because when we're hanging out and Kevin sings this song to me, so now I like it again. It's only sweet when Kevin's singing it.
I do want you here, there, and everywhere. It's true.
It's very sweet. So
you
now
baby,
I like it again because Kevin sings it to me.
Very well, I might say.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
But before that, I used to skip it a lot. But now I like it again because of Kevin.
This song is definitely more classic Beatles. So you got all these kind of new kind of songs, and then right here, smack in the middle, back to classic kind of Beatles. I think.
Yeah, because you can't go.
Well, yeah,
full on,
right.
Because there's a few classic songs in here.
Yes,
and you can't. Shockwave everybody, be like, "Whoa, what was that?"
Well, I mean, it was already through the first four songs. People were probably like, "What the hell is going on right now?"
Yeah,
this is the Beatles. What?
I wish I remember listening to this as a kid and thinking like, "Whoa."
It was definitely one I discovered towards the end. I think as a kid, it was one of the later ones. I think for me,
it was one of the.
I kind of went backwards.
I don't know. We listened to them like all different eras. I think, I think this one might have been a little bit later, but I can't remember.
The only song I really, really, really knew was Eleanor Rigby because I used to play it on my dad's oldie station. Because it's a normal kind of song. Mm-hmm. It's the only one I kind of knew. But once I discovered the album, I was like, "What the hell is all this stuff?" I never heard all those songs before. Yeah. Then you move on to the obligatory Ringo track. So we gotta get Ringo in there.
Classic Beatles track.
It's a fun song, not very good song. Yellow Submarine.
It's fun.
It's a fun song.
Yellow Submarine. It's totally this again experimenting with sound and effects, and I'm pretty sure this was inspired by an acid trip.
Yeah, I think this one's written by Paul McCartney.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think McCartney wrote this. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Ringo did not write it.
Well, that I know. Yeah, I just figured it was a combo.
It might have been, but I think McCartney was mainly the writer behind it. But it's never been one of my favorites. It's for the kids.
It is for kids, and I loved the movie as a kid, which came out after,
like
a few years after.
Yeah, I think maybe like 68 or something.
Yeah, with the Blue Meanies.
Yep, and the fake Beatles voices.
Yeah, which I didn't know until much later on, so that kind of ruined things.
Well, because you never heard them talk when you're...
Yeah, but I loved it as a kid.
Yeah,
good.
Definitely for the kids. Fun song. Ringo does his one-note singing. I love Ringo. I do. I love Ringo. I love his drumming and everything. But not the greatest singer in the world.
Yeah.
But he's
everybody
fun.
knows Yellow Submarine. We move on.
You move on to She Said, another really good track in my opinion.
Yeah, super psychedelic.
Super John Lennon again. Again, you could tell what route he was heading on this album. I just love everything about the song. I love the lyrics. I love it musically.
Yeah, where he's basically this girl's being nasty, and he's just like, "Yep, I'm done."
Yep, exactly.
Which they didn't do. They didn't really write about that before. I guess they kind of did, but not really. They were very romantic. This was very much like, yeah, we're not going to be romantic about this.
Yeah, or blaming himself. Like,
right.
I'm a loser. It's all me. Now he was kind of like shifting and going, nah, it's not me. It's you.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. May move on to Good Day Sunshine.
Lame.
Song I really like. Again, more Paul McCartney hokiness.
You really like this song?
I like this song. I do.
Oh my god.
I do. Remember the first time I ever heard it? I was in Washington, D.C. with my family. And it was in the morning, and they're like, oh, the radio station was like, oh, good morning, everybody. And they put this song on. I was like, whoa, this song is awesome. And I was like, wait, that sounds like the Beatles. Of course, I was a young kid. I was like, that sounds like the Beatles. And I'll always remember that, like the moment I heard Good Day Sunshine. I thought it was a great song.
I never liked this song. I skipped a lot of Paul songs on this album. I got to admit, this got to where he got a little too hokey for me.
Blasphemy.
It's super, super hokey.
Blasphemy.
I like George's song about the sun a lot better.
Well, Here Comes the Sun is is the better song.
But I mean, yeah, right. And then, but what I do like about the song is at the end with the harmonies. Even like when he goes up. I guess I don't know if it's an octave. Or whatever, but he goes up a little bit. That's really nice. But the song is just like. We used to laugh, I'm so glad to know that she is mine. It's like, oh god.
I know. See, I sing that every day I wake up.
I know.
Good Day Sunshine. I'm so glad she's mine.
It's very sweet. The song is still super. I think this is not one of my favorites.
He's super romantic, Paul McCartney.
He is, which is nice. This is probably one of my least favorite songs on the album.
Oh my god, you're killing me.
Yep.
Then we move on to one that I've never been a big fan of. I always thought was kind of stupid. Was And Your Bird Can Sing. What was your thoughts on that song?
I don't know. I mean, I like it because it's fun and you can dance around to it, but I don't know what it's about. I've tried to figure this out. I thought it was a dirty song.
Of course you always do.
Because he's like, and your bird can swing, and things like that. And I always thought he was talking about his area.
No.
I don't know. I just, I always thought this was a dirty song meant to be kind of cute, but
no, it's something to do with a girl.
It was probably just a filler, most likely. But
I was never a huge fan of it. I mean,
it's okay.
I'll sing along to it and everything. And, there's no Beatles song that I really ever hate. To be honest, there's ones that I don't like as much.
Skip.
I never usually skip.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's very rare for me to skip a Beatles song. But I'm a real fan, I guess, unlike somebody else.
It's just I don't want to hear Paul's hokey.
Why? They're awesome. They make you feel good. His songs.
Oh.
You want to hear all the down and depressing John Lennon songs?
Yeah, I actually like Eleanor Rigby. That was a good one.
That's a good one too. Yeah, I mean that's Paul McCartney, but
it is. It's probably the only one on here that I'm like, all right, cool.
No, this next song is
that's
so
true.
underrated.
Actually, I forgot.
So underrated. Nobody ever talks about this song, and it's such a great song. It's actually probably my favorite on the album. I think I like it more than Eleanor Rigby or any other song on this album.
This is my second favorite song on the album.
It's For No One.
Yeah.
Another Paul McCartney one where he dabbles in more orchestra. Awesome. Awesome song.
Yeah, lyrically it's fantastic.
To me, it's up there with like Yesterday, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is, and it's totally underrated. And he's experimenting with the harpsichord, the French horn in this one. I think isn't this the first time they use a French horn?
Probably, yeah. And the French horn is a great sound.
I think it's a French horn. If I'm wrong, my bad. But I think it's a French horn. I meant to look it up and I didn't. But
you're the instrument expert here.
I'm pretty sure it is a French horn. But
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And the French horn is such a great sound.
Yeah. So they use that, and just the lyrics in this song. It's just so deep. It's like it's such a good breakup song. It's like when you break up with somebody or somebody breaks up. It's more mainly if somebody breaks up with you, and it's just what you think of and what you go through, and it's like just all those feelings. But my favorite is there will be times when all the things she said will fill your head. You won't forget her, and it's true. Sometimes you like, I don't know, if you're thinking, it's like sometimes those people will pop in your head, some of your old flames, if they were worth anything.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes. And you just wonder, I wonder how they're doing, and then you move on with your life.
Nope, that never crosses my mind.
That's not true. But yeah, I mean, it's true. Like that's such a big poetic statement. Like, I don't know, like it's true.
Yeah. No, it's
you'll remember something that they said, and it's like, oh yeah, and then you move on with your life. But
it's a great song all around. It's I guess it's kind of been because there's 2 orchestra songs on the album, and everyone gravitates towards Eleanor Rigby. Kind of for no one's gotten forgotten, I feel like.
Yeah, because it is a great song. It's
one of my favorites. The first time I ever heard it, I was like, oh my god. Like, my mind was blown.
Yeah. I used to listen to this
song.
one on, like, rotate for, like, 10 hours because it's such a good song.
It's very good. Then you go from that to what I think is another one of the weakest songs on the album. Song. Yeah, Dr. Robert. I don't know what much to say about this.
No, it was
this Dr. Feelgood before Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, I mean, this just shows, like, the Beatles, at least Lennon McCartney. It's just like, I feel like he was just at the doctor and he wrote a song.
Yep.
But that's why they could pump him out like that and write hits for other people, because they're like, oh, we need a song. Okay. And they'd sit in a room for an hour and there's a song. Yep. And it would be good. I mean, it's even though it's like, you could tell it's a filler song, it's still a really good song.
It is. It's even as a filler song, it is a low on the Beatles list. I mean, if you ranked all their songs, it's probably towards the bottom. Mm-hmm. It's still better than a lot of other bands were releasing at the time.
Yeah, a lot of other bands' filler songs.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, even though it's like, but wow, it's still really good.
So it's about Dr. Robert. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing in the song. I feel like he's kind of like Dr. Feelgood from Motley Crue later on.
Very toned down version. Dr. Feelgood.
So they did it first.
Super toned down version.
And then from there you go to the last George Harrison song on the album, and one I think is the best song on the album, George Harrison. I Want to Tell You. Mm-hmm.
You can talk about this one, because this is one I listened to this one, and the next one we'll talk about that next. But I tried listening to them 2 times, and like I've listened to them so many times in a row, and I just couldn't figure out anything to say about it. I know that sounds mean, but like I just don't.
Well, this one matches more what I think he did later on in his solo career and stuff like that. I think he does a lot of songs. I mean, this is the reason they do. This is one of the songs they do in his concert for George. Mm-hmm. They do "I Want to Tell You" because it matches up to what he did later on.
That's true.
In his life. Eventually he got away from the sitar stuff.
Yes.
He still kind of, he did a lot of the Taxman guitar and everything, and like some of the cynical stuff that he did in that song. But I Want to Tell You is definitely what he did with like, What Is the Life and Got My Mind Set on You, and it's very all tied to this song. So it was the start of his real kind of, I guess, normal rock and roll stuff.
Do you know what the song is about? Because I didn't really get into it.
Yeah, I mean, he says, I want to tell you, basically, that I love you, and
I'm afraid to. That's the vibe that I got.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure.
I want to tell you I don't have things to say, like I don't know what to say to you, but I want to tell you, and
it's kind of cute then.
It is. I think it's a great song. Again, probably not compared to some of the other songs lyrically, it's probably not the strongest song on the album, but I just like the song musically and how I hear it later in George Harrison's career. And it kind of ties to it, I think. So
okay,
that's why I liked it. It's kind of same vein as If I Needed Someone. I believe that one is off Rubber Soul, I think.
Which one?
If I Needed Someone.
I think it is, yeah.
So they're kind of like the similar song, and I kind of like that. Then you move on to another song that I've always considered one of my favorites, too.
Really?
I love this song. Gotta Get You Into My Life.
Yes.
I love the horns in it.
Yeah, the horns are
Gotta
good.
get you into my life. I think this song is great. Like, so this is what I was talking about when we first started the podcast. I think